Hey guys, Mrs. Talk Techie here, and I have your monthly TechBuzz newsletter for July. And because it is summer break, I wanted to kind of keep it nice and easy, just little neat tips, tricks, things like that. Nothing where, we got to figure out logistics and how things work. Just kind of like, look what I can do kind of things, like Stuart from, is it Matt TV? I don't know. But anyways, I don't know why that reminded me of him. But it's just kind of like, cool things that you can add to your library of innovative skills that can help you accomplish bigger objectives like, creating really neat resources for your kiddos. So with that said, we're going to actually start with our Tech Blazer of the month. Matt Miller is the author of Ditch That Textbook, and it is such a good read, guys. And so what I want you guys to know before we actually get started is that if you do hover over his image, it is hyperlinked to his webpage, which is where I'm going to take you next. Now, just keep those things in mind. Once you get a copy of this resource in the description below, you'll know that something is hyperlinked when you hover over an image and it changes the cursor from an arrow to the little hand cursor, then you know that that specific image is hyperlinked. So if you take a look, if we hover over Matt Miller, his image is hyperlinked. It's actually going to take us to his web page. If we hover over his book, it's actually going to take us to Amazon. It's linked to Amazon where you can directly get a copy for yourself. In addition, all of these are individually hyperlinked for his social media page. So let's go ahead and let's take it over to his web page. So you can find everything having to do with Matt Miller at ditchthattextbook.com. It talks about how he took this idea about getting rid of those textbooks and starting to teach by integrating technology and allowing that to enhance your teaching and your student learning. And so it's not just about the physical action of getting rid of a textbook, it's the more of the mentality of it. So getting rid of the textbook is talking about getting rid of the old school traditional way of teaching, and he references that to a fixed mindset. And so he really touches base on what a growth mindset is and what it looks like in an innovative classroom. And so I highly recommend this book. He gives you a little, I'm just going to navigate a little bit through the website, and it gives you a little background about him, about the book, along with a really short YouTube video that really encompasses what he is and what he believes in. He does have a couple of blogs. And in addition to that, guys, you can always subscribe and sign up to weekly emails. I do recommend them because he's always giving such cool ideas. And there's a lot of freebies and templates and examples and tips and tricks. So I just highly recommend that you guys start taking a look into and researching Matt Miller, because he is a resource in himself. Right? He is a resource to have in your library of resources. So some Google ideas to make your classroom click. So what are some things that you can utilize? So anyways, guys, that is our Tech Blazer of the month. I hope you guys do take the time to get to know who Matt Miller is. Follow him on Twitter, subscribe to him on YouTube, guys. He also has Pinterest, and of course you can always find, as well as Facebook, but you can always find his latest information on this website, ditchthattextbook.com. Alrighty, guys, so let's take it over back to our newsletter. If we move to the left of that, you'll see Emoji Keyboard. So why use an emoji keyboard? Well, a lot of the times when I'm responding on my different social media platforms, I respond from my computer. And if you've ever tried it, you don't really have access to emojis unless you know the shortcut. So here is the shortcut. For Windows users, all you need to click on, all you need to press is Windows and the period. And that's it. This keyboard will populate for you. For Mac users, you're just going to go ahead and click on Control Command Spacebar, and you're going to get this emoji keyboard as well. And all you have to do is double click, and it'll include that emoji wherever you're typing in that text box. So I hope you guys like that. Below that, there is all these different font text generators, basically word art. So when you're creating something, a resource, you're going to find yourself spending a lot of time, if you're anything like me, spending a lot of time creating the perfect text with the perfect drop shadow and the outline and gradient colors And before you know it, you've spent so much time, so much more than you actually spend on adding the content. So if you ever need just a really quick word art graphic, you can go to any of these. So text giraffe, and they're all hyperlinked if you notice. Cool text, font meme, font generator. There's so many more. These are just a few. So you're able to, what I love about these though, you're able to type out the word you want and it's going to give you so many different examples. And then what I love, which is my favorite part, is you just right click, copy, bring it over to the other tab where you're working and paste, and it works. I hope you guys like that. I hope that makes things a lot easier. So the next one I want to show you is just a really neat tip that you can always use when you're creating your resources. So check out the link below. If you click on the Google slide, it's going to take you to this video. Hey guys, Mrs. Talk Techie here, and for today I have a really neat trick that you can actually use on Google Slides. Have you ever gotten a piece of clip art or an image that just doesn't go with your color scheme? You can actually recolor that image on Google Slides. So let me show you that. I hope you guys like it. So once you've added your image, you're going to go to Format Options. Your formatting options are going to appear on the right-hand side. Look for Recolor and then click on that down arrow, and then you're going to be able to get all the different options that your image can be recolored into. And so now I have a really nice teal colored couch. So you can take this brown sofa and actually turn it into a teal or aqua colored sofa. So imagine your clip arts, especially when you're looking for a specific colored clip art. You can always recolor them using this little tip. I hope you guys like that. The next thing is we're going to move on to stickers and how it's easy to create that sticker effect. And for this, I'm actually going to show you on Google Slides how easy it is to create this effect using the Bitmoji Chrome extension. So I'm on Google Slides right now, and the reason why I'm using Google Slides to showcase how to create a digital sticker is because a lot of people are more fluent in Google Slides. Now, I do want to let you know, I will be making a YouTube tutorial soon on digital stickers. It's basically done, it's just a matter of recording it, and it's actually going to be using Google Drawings, and I'm going to be incorporating a lot of neat tips, tricks, ideas, innovative ideas on how you can use digital stickers to enhance your teaching and learning. So please guys, check that out. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, I do recommend you do that, and you hit the bell so that when I upload new content, you get notified. So with that said, I'm going to create a quick digital sticker here, guys. The first thing is I'm going to go to shapes and I'm going to grab a circle. And circle because those are universally, that's how stickers started off. But if you want to do like a star or a square, by all means, go ahead. So I'm going to go and I'm going to grab a circle. But before I actually do anything, I have the crosshairs there. I want you guys to know one thing. If you press on the Shift key and then you click and drag, it's going to keep the proportions and constrain the proportions of your shape, meaning it's not going to become, the circle won't become an oval or anything like that. So I'm going to click on Shift and I'm going to drag it, and there, that's the size I want. So I'm going to show you this without clicking on the actual Shift key, just so that you know, see what I can do. And so your circles can end up being a little bit wonky if we don't constrain them, right? So there you go. So anyways, that's just one tip, right? So I'm going to add some color here, and I'm not going to get too into how I add the color because I will be going over that in my next tutorial, and I don't want this to be a full tutorial in itself. I've added my gradient color. Now I'm going to go to my Chrome extension and add my Bitmoji. Keep in mind that when you do want to resize an image, if you want to keep those proportions, guys, you always want to pull from the corners and not from the sides, all right? So if I pull from the corner, it keeps its shape. So there you go. So I have my sticker here. Now what's going to set this sticker apart, what's going to make it look like an actual sticker, is if we go here to the shape and I add a border, a white border, and I give it a really thick weight to it. So depending on the size of your shape, sometimes you'll put a 4-point border, but if your shape is small, it's going to be super thick. So just keep that in mind. So here we go. I added 8 point and it looks good. Now it doesn't look perfect though. I wanted to really give that dimension that it's a sticker on something. And I added the yellow background just so that you can really see the pop, especially when I add the drop shadow. So I clicked on the shape. I get format options. You have to always make sure, guys, that you've selected the shape or what you want to work with, the element, in order to get those formatting options that you want, that toolbar. So here I have the drop shadow. I'm going to click on it, and it's not as dark as I want it to be, so I'm going to mess with the transparency here. So there we go. So now I have it. I even think that I can go a little bit thicker on the border. Let's take a look. I'm going to go 12 point. Yes, that's perfect. I love that. And so just one last tip is you can select your Bitmoji, select your shape. So you're going to keep the shift button, click on your Bitmoji, click on your shape, see how they're both selected right now. And I do this so that you see, I know this is funny. I do this so that you see that I don't have my fingers pressed on anything at this point. So they're both selected. So I did click shift, select, and then I can release and I can right click and I can click on group. So now those are grouped and I can move this entire thing around. And if whatever I'm working on my Google Slides presentation, I can use it. If you're interested on how to use these digital stickers for your classroom in Google Classroom perhaps, or when kids submit work, check out my next video once it gets uploaded, guys. So let's move on to our newsletter. So I only have 2 things left, and one of them is a web tool, guys. And this web tool is called Vocaroo, and it allows you to create audio files. And so I'm going to take you to that site. If you click on the little robot, it takes you directly. It's hyperlinked. And here you have the site. It's really simple, easy to use. Once you click on this microphone, you're going to start recording. Now, it might ask you to give permission. So just keep that in mind. If it's not recording anything, maybe you haven't given the mic permissions for this website. And so now I'm recording, and it's recording all of my voice. You got to make sure also your audio is on also, like it's turned up. So I'm going to click on stop and I'm going to play it. And so now I'm recording, and it's recording all of my voice. You got to make sure also your audio. So let's say I like it. That's exactly what I want. I'm going to click on save and share. And now I can share this one via QR code and embed code. That means you can put it like on a website. You can download the actual file. And if you're able to download it, guess what, guys? You can re-upload it to your drive and use it when you're creating resources for your kiddos. So if that's something you're interested in, I'm going to highlight that on the stickers video tutorial that I'm going to be creating. And you're probably thinking, stickers, audio? Yes, there is a way. They do work. I'm really excited about it. And of course, you can delete it if you didn't like it. And you have a link that you can use as well. So you can share this link and you can share it on different social media platforms. So I'm just going to show you really quick. If I were to copy this link and put it on another tab, I can click on it, and this is what they would be whoever you're sending it to, or however you're sending it, you can play it here. And so now I'm recording, and that's how they would get it. So you can send this link via Google Classroom. You can send it via Remind, Class Dojo, Seesaw, anywhere you can add a link, you can add this link to it. So think about providing instructions, or giving kids praise, or give to your parents. You know, if you want to give to your parents an audio message regarding any information you want to convey. So anyways, if you really want to look at how I'm going to incorporate this with my stickers, digital stickers video, guys, make sure you do subscribe and hit that bell, because I am going to go over how I use Vocaroo in my digital Bitmoji stickers. So the last thing I want to let you guys know is that I am on TikTok. And if you click on that icon, it'll take you directly to my account. So if you're accessing this from your phone, this resource, you're able to click on it. And if you have TikTok, it'll take you directly to my account and you can follow me there. Now, the cool thing about TikTok, and the thing I love about it, is that it forces me to keep things under a minute long. And so for the most part, I'm taking about 37 seconds, 40 seconds. And I love that. So I give you little tidbits here and there. They're little tech bites, basically. And I love it because you get a lot of bang for your buck. So I hope you guys do go ahead and follow me. I'm also on all the other different social media platforms. And I hope that you guys are looking forward to my next YouTube tutorial, which is the digital stickers. And for August, it's going to be all about back to school, how routines, procedures, things, tech tools that are going to facilitate all that. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I appreciate it. Have a good one.